have seen a video like this before. This one titled, "Why All World Maps Are Wrong." And usually they all point to one map projection called the Mercator Projection. If you haven't watched any of these videos, they all basically say that the Mercator Projection and other maps are flawed and incorrect because the sizes of land masses dramatically increase as you go farther away from the equator. For example, in the Mercator Projection, you can see that Greenland appears huge, about the size of Africa, even though it's not. It's 14 times smaller than Africa. And if that were true, we'd have 8 continents. So if it's so inaccurate, why are we still using this map? In order to understand this, we must accept that all maps are not completely accurate. Since the world is round like a sphere, it's impossible to flatten it completely onto a piece of paper without encountering some issues. Now, the Mercator Projection was introduced by Flemish cartographer Gerardus Mercator in 1569. Mercator was aware of the flaws of his map and actually used the sinusoidal projection shown on screen, which is one of the more accurate maps at the time, to show the actual size of land masses. So I don't think Mercator was trying to fool anyone with this. Mercator also clearly explained what his map was for: navigation. If you ever need to look at a map and use one for traveling, you will probably need to look at longitude and latitude lines. So look at this map's lines. They're curved. And although this is necessary to reflect the curve of the Earth, it causes trouble in navigation. As you walk through the ground on a sidewalk, you'd always imagine yourself walking on a straight plane, but not on a curve like the edge of a sphere. And we naturally think in a two-dimensional way. Now let's look at the Mercator lines. It's completely straight. So would you rather use this as your flight path, or this? Along with that, the Mercator Projection is very accurate for small areas like a city or a small country, which is probably why apps like Google Maps use a variation of it. And it also has limited distortions to the general shape of a landmass, other than size. There have also been attempts to make an improved alternative to the Mercator Projection, such as the Gall-Peters Projection. The Gall-Peters Projection gives a more accurate area of land masses, but has severe distortions. For example, towards the poles, land masses get squished and are elongated vertically near the equator. The projection also has issues with angles and overall becomes not well suited for navigation, as is the purpose of the Mercator Projection. So to conclude, I think the Mercator Projection is a great world map, and for multiple reasons. Is it perfect? Definitely not. Should it replace every world map? Also, not at all. But it is good for its intended use case. I don't think it should be getting so much flack.